Hey guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash. We're still back with another Everdale video. Now today we are going to be talking to a few other content creators about Everdale. Mainly, is it going to go global? This is a big question that's been on a lot of players' lips because we are seeing people unfortunately leaving the game. And we do not want that. We want people to stick around. We want this game to go global, or certainly I do. I really hope Supercell wants it too. So like I said, today we've got a couple of content creators coming on the channel. Big shout out to all those guys. I will let them introduce themselves. Make sure you check out all of their links down in the description below. Really do appreciate them coming on. But without any further ado, let's roll the intro and jump straight into the questions. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to let these guys introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, my name's Mac and I am the #1 streamer in...
Hi guys, my name's GazTommo. I'm a part-time content creator from the north of England. I currently create content on Supercell games, mainly Clash of Clans, Everdale and Clash Mini.
Hey guys, my name's Taz or Taziey. Clash with Style has asked me to come onto his channel and quickly just answer a few questions.
Alright, so the big question is, do you think Everdale is going to go global?
Yes, I think it will, but probably not with me playing it, if that makes sense.
I hope so, because I've put a lot of time and money into the game, so I hope it does go global.
Yes, but there's like a massive asterisk on that. I think there's like... Let's answer the rest of these questions first.
What do you think the game actually needs in order for it to go global?
So Supercell have got Heyday at the moment. That's really successful game, but I've never played Heyday. And so when Everdale came out, it was a bit of a change of pace for me. And so I tried it and I really enjoyed it. I was really enjoying it for a good couple of months. But then it kind of started getting a little bit repetitive, a little bit boring, a little bit just the same stuff over and over again. I think part of it was that we'd pretty much done an entire valley. I was in Galadon's valley. Galadon still plays, as far as I'm aware. But Galley Valley, we had pretty much maxed out the entire valley. My village was pretty much done, and the things that I still had to do, I just kind of wasn't really interested anymore. And I just stopped logging in. It was one of those things that there wasn't the excitement of logging back in and seeing how things were doing, and that excitement that you got with the progress right at the start.
Obviously, the player base, the more active players and such that are in the game, more chances got of going global. Yeah, it depends what they're going to put in the game in future updates to see if it's going to go global or not. That's totally down to the Everdale team at Supercell.
I think for the game to go global, it needs to add a lot more sharing features, but also it needs to add a lot more to the game. Say for example, we look at something like Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans has obviously like the build your base style thing. You can put your like workers to work, do like good kind of stuff. But then they have like, you can go fighting, you can go and fight the people, and you can do something else. I think that like do something else type of thing is what Everdale is lacking. As a almost level 14 player, I'm almost maxed. My valley is completely maxed. We've been maxed for almost a month now. There isn't a lot to do, and I kind of log on every day, and that's, I don't really do a lot, but I'm still logging on every day. Like, there is still something to do. Progression is still there, just waiting for the next update.
Now, let's be honest, Reputation Road doesn't really have much progression after 28k. Myself, I'm about to hit that 40k mark, but I only want to just complete it, mainly so I can make a video out of it. But what do you think needs to be added to Reputation Road for it really to become something that people focus on?
I'm about 30,000 reputation. Someone in my valley's actually completed Reputation Road, and I says, what was the final chest like of rewards? And he said, oh, not that good. I think better rewards, maybe even more rewards inside Reputation Road. That'll give more players the incentive to progress up there, want to claim these OP rewards.
100%. Reputation Road, to start off with, it kind of did give us like a little bit of like, stuff to use to move forward. But in reality, it did nothing. I think what gave like me a lot to go off is something like the offers. At level, I think level 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, if I remember properly. Maybe I'm level 14, I've been up there for a while, so I can't really remember.
It's been 84 years.
Like all of those packages, that is what helped me like so much, and they were like relatively cheap as well. The Reputation Road was a nice little bonus, but after like 28k, there's just nothing, and even like anything before, it's not really worth it.
Are you finding the game too repetitive, or dare I even say it, boring?
And I think that's exactly it. It starts off with fairly simple terms that you cut down some trees to make some wood and use that wood to build stuff. And you might do the same with clay, and you might do the same with stone, and that's fair enough. But then when you start to get in, you need to cut down some wood to then make some planks to then build some stuff. It just kind of got a bit, I don't know, the complexity was more frustrating for me than complex. It was just, you don't have enough wood, so you need to spend 8 hours chopping down some wood, so you then have enough wood to then turn it into planks, and I can't be bothered. I'm bored. You see, I lost interest. So that for me is the challenge with it.
A little bit, but I've still got a fair bit to do in my village with the updates and upgrades and stuff. So it's not too bad for me. But I know Alex did a video on sort of a max valley, and it's hard for them guys to hit reputation and sort of put the reputation back up, because once you go past 20k rep, I think you usually start losing 5% rep. So if you've not got a lot to do in your valley, it's going to be hard to keep that reputation up to where you've got it if you're losing 5% a day.
I don't know. The way that I look at gaming is like, I'm looking for the long term. I know the game is still in beta, so obviously the game, I wouldn't say it's boring. I think there's a lot to improve on still and a lot to add. Like, they need to add a lot more. It's relatively good to start with, and I think there's a lot more that could be done. The game is actually quite repetitive right now. I just kind of log on every day, do what I need to do, log off, do what I need to do, log off. Like, that's just like the process I go through.
Do you think a more competitive aspect to the game would make the game just more appealing to players and they would engage more time in it?
Yes, definitely. I think the thing that kept me interested for so long was trying to progress my reputation, trying to compete against other people and get better reputation than them. And that really was the reason to keep logging in. But when I hit 20k, I don't think I even made 28k. I think I hit about 25k, something like that. And I didn't really have any interest in pushing it any further. So, yeah, if there was a competitive element, you could look at your friends in other villages or in other valleys. If you could compete with other valleys in some way, there might be something that you could do there that would make it really interesting.
I certainly do. And an idea I've had is, for example, each week you get put against another valley. So for example, it'll be my valley against another valley, and for that whole week you've got like 5,000 stone, wood, clay. You've got all these tasks to complete for the period of the week, and the first valley to complete all these tasks gets some awesome rewards. That'll give a competitive edge to the game, a bit of a different dynamic to the game. And the people who like that competitive side of things will get that sort of competitive fulfillment out of the game. That's just a simple idea I've had, guys.
100%. That doesn't even need to be fighting. Like, that could just be like, you know, say for example, there could be like a leaderboard with like trophies, or maybe not trophies, but that kind of aspect. But instead of competing as a single player, you compete as a group, maybe. So then it kind of like encourages all your friends to come on and join, and they're in the groups of 10, so it's realistically not like a ton of people that need to like be in a little group to actually do stuff.
Do you have any ideas on how to make the game more attractive to people like me and yourselves, content creators?
Content creation is a really strange thing, and Clash Royale does an incredible job of finding little stories and little bits of excitement that you can get from a game which is quite repetitive. If we take the lesson from Clash of Clans, there was a time when Clash of Clans was really repetitive and really boring as well, and you found that content creators just weren't making much content, or they were making very similar content. And actually what's happening now is you have new troops getting introduced, new town hall levels, new heroes, events, all this sort of stuff that gets added into the game, and that makes it easy for people to make new content. That's what a content creator wants. Something new needs to be getting introduced all the time. That's really difficult when a game's in beta, but that, from a content creator point of view, that's what you want. But actually, more importantly, you want a game that people want to keep coming back to and want to know something about and needs some expertise from. Clash Royale, your Everdale expert.
Obviously, that's going to come with the updates. More updates means more content. The game as it is now I know myself and Clash with Style is grinding out content on the game, but it is a bit difficult, you know. There's only so much content you can do on the game. It's still a new game though, everyone, so obviously as the game grows, the content opportunity will grow with the game itself, so fingers crossed.
Oh, that is a good question. For someone who is a very top level player in Everdale, I have felt no want to make content. There isn't a lot to make content on, and that is the big thing. I think the game is really good, and it has like a good solid base. I really can't see it going like that extra mile, if that makes sense. Like it's stopping at some point. What would make it more attractive? I think something that would make the game more attractive to content creators is more ways to make content together. And also, like, instead of doing things like, you know, guide content or like, this is the new update, like, which is what everyone else does, there needs to be something in the game that people can just like do to, you know, have fun, or just to like, to make their content different from everyone else. Like, that is the big thing. Make my content different from everyone else that is currently making content on the game. I think that's a big thing.
And of course, last but not least, these guys are going to give themselves a shout out, so make sure you check out all of their socials. Like I said, all of their information is down in the description below. Really would appreciate it if you guys could show them some love.
My name is Mac. I go by Mackenzro Gaming on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Twitch, just go by Mackenzro. Come and see me over on Twitch. I stream there 2-3 times a week. I do lots of Clash of Clans esports and a little bit of Clash Mini stuff as well. And as soon as Clash Mini goes competitive, then I'll be doing lots more of that as well. So they're my two sort of favourite games right now.
Yeah, guys, so my name's GazTommo, youtube.com/GazTommo, twitch.com/GazTommo88, and GazTommo_ is my Twitter username. Yeah, so don't forget to sub and like and comment on this video for Clash with Style. He's an OP content creator.
If you guys want to support my content, feel free to head over to Taziey on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok. I think that's it. Thanks, guys.
And that does bring me to the end of this video. Really do appreciate Taz, Gaz, and Mac all coming on the channel. Those guys are absolute legends, showing me and my channel so much support, doing so much in the community of Everdale, Clash Mini, Clash of Clans. They're in loads of different games. Make sure you check them out. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe down below. Would appreciate that. Got plenty more content in the pipeline coming up very soon. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment down below as well. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on Everdale. Do you think the game is going to go global? And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
I feel like I've maybe been beaten down on Everdale much. I did really enjoy it. It was a really good game. I think it still is a really good game. I think it's got loads of potential.